welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. Okay, I'm super excited today because I got a new toy and I can't really show it to you because it's around my camera. Now, I had, up until recently, I had this type of lighting system in my room. Now, this is actually used for photography, for still life, for live portraits type things, and it had a very specialized light bulb in it. The light bulb itself is like $15 to $30. And little man broke it. He shattered it all over the floor. So I ordered myself a ring light. It's official. I'm a vlogger. So I know that's silly, but like, I'm so excited. I will put the link to the ring light that I purchased in the description box below, but it's super cool and I'm having fun playing with it. The only problem is, yeah, that's not real cute with my glasses on, and I would have to hold my head down like this the entire time. And we know when we hold our heads down, we get a little bit of a double chin, and I'm not interested in that. So I'm gonna have to be careful with wearing my glasses while I'm doing this type of thing because, yeah, that's distracting. And I could wear them lower on my face maybe. I don't know. But for today, we're not gonna worry about any of that. All right, so I have, because I have this new ring light and my phone attaches directly to it, which I film with, I forgot to move my stuff closer because you're no longer sitting on my desk. So I'm going to pause here and I'm going to grab some stuff to show you and then we'll get this episode started. But I'm super excited with my happy little ring light, and it makes me so happy. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so now the bad thing about filming in this exact location is you can see my pile of stuff right there, but this is stuff that has been sold or is supposed to be listed in the Etsy shop. So some of this stuff has been sold already, so I just need to package it up and send it on its way. By the time you see this video, the owners probably will have it already because I film ahead of time and I post for later. You can also see, like, I have to clean up back there. I got my ball winder, and then this is a bag of t-shirts in my size and my daughter's size to either tie-dye or to do Cricut decorations on the front of them. And so it's obviously in the craft room because that's where it belongs. Wow, took that in. Got a little flyaway here. Okay, so what have you been working on, Cinnamon Stitches? A lot. I've been working on a lot, okay? I've been busy. Now, a lot of you saw this in the background on Brunhilde. It's not currently on her, and I'll tell you why. Everyone wanted to know, what is that? Where's the pattern? I need to know. I want to make that. So this is what it is. I'm not telling you the name of this pattern yet because I just wrote it. And I'm getting ready to send it out to testers as I make this video. So I had it in green. I made this last year actually, and I meant to write the pattern and I never got around to it because I've been busy in life and whatever. I just didn't get around to it. So in order to write the pattern again, I had to study that one, and then I dropped my glasses on the floor. I had to create, this one's actually inside out. I had to create another one, so I did it in purple. And I haven't weaved in my ends yet. So it's got this really cool pattern. So this will be in the Etsy shop in the next coming weeks. Hopefully by the end of the month, depending on what happens with my testers. And super excited about that. As promised, we're working on some plus size fashions for us fat girls. And yes, I don't think fat is a word at all. I use it freely because it takes away the sting. it gives me back my power. So, fat girl fashion. Super cute. Now, I'm sure someone of a smaller frame could wear this off the shoulders, no problem. It fits me on the shoulders beautifully. But yeah, I think this would work for smaller people if they wore it off their shoulders. So, just saying. Just saying. All right, now, what else have I been working on? First of all, you guys remember the heart coasters that Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter introduced me to that I got a little obsessed with? I found another pattern. I gotta put lotion on this paper. It's making my skin dry. I found another pattern, and I'm gonna link it below for you guys. I actually sent it to Debbie because I thought she might like to make it because I had so much fun making these. I found it on a website called Priscillas Crochet, I think. I will check in 1 second as soon as I get this rubbed in. I meant to do this before I went on, but I got excited. Okay, let's see. That's that one. Now, me being the type of person who doesn't normally work from patterns, I usually do my own thing, and then when I do work from a pattern, I usually fudge it or make it my own because it I get bored easily. I have made so many of these hearts. I love it. I don't know why. I love it. It is so much fun to make those hearts. I found a shamrock, okay? I searched the interwebs for the perfect shamrock. That's not a 4-leaf clover. It is a shamrock. It's 3 leaves. But I think it's so cute. And with St. Patrick's Day coming up, and we do St. Patrick's Day pretty good in this house. Like, we cook a big, delicious American Irish meal. But I love St. Patrick's Day. To me, St. Patrick's Day is, I always make a big meal and we invite people over and we just sit around the table, and it's one of those meals that, like, we also do Cinco de Mayo very big here, and it's just a chance for me to cook for my family. Now, granted, my family's a lot smaller now because I've had to cut some toxic people out of my life, and the really important part of my family is in Michigan. And so it's me and Mr. Cinnamon and the 2 kids and the 2 nieces if I can convince them to come over, which they're almost 16 and almost 18, and getting them to come over is like pulling teeth now. So it's probably just going to be us 4 for St. Patrick's Day and Cinco de Mayo. But I made some of these shamrock. It says it's a pot holder, but I got hair stuck to my lip. Now, let's see. Priscillas Crochet. I will link the direct link to this. There are a ton of free patterns on this website. I downloaded several for several holidays. I'll show you the shamrocks I made in a minute. This is a 4th of July pot holder. Super cute. I already know how to make that, so I didn't really need the pattern, but I downloaded it anyway so I could remember I wanted to make it. And then for Easter, they have the swirled egg pot holder and the coaster. So I have yarn for all of this already. So I got all of these off of Priscilla's Crochet for free, which made me super excited. All right, back to the shamrock. So I went looking in my yarn, and I wanted a very specific Irish green in cotton, because I thought if these can't be pot holders, they could be coasters, they could be wash rags, face cloths, they could be, I want them to be something useful, or I could use them for decoration, because cotton works really good because it's stiff, it holds up to decorations. And I've also made stuff like this to hang from my light post outside. So my light post has like a flag stem sticking out of it for like little flags, and I have made stuff like this to hang from my flag light post and it's a lot of fun. So I wanted cotton, and I went looking, and I got really frustrated because I'm looking and looking. I don't have any green. I have this color green. This is not an Irish green to me at all. Like, I wanted Kelly green. Kelly green. So I remembered that Mr. Cinnamon bought me yarn for Valentine's Day. You remember I told you he bought me a new purse that I love, which by the way has green in it. And he put some yarn in the purse, and it was Dollar Tree yarn. So it was the Just Cotton from Dollar Tree. So this is all I had, but it's cute. I think it's so super cute. This is all I had. And I was like, oh, I just want Kelly Green. But this made me happy, and it worked for the time. Is this not a cute pattern? I love this. This makes me so happy. Okay, I made 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like this, okay? So lucky 4. Then I was like, I could have swore I had green. Like, I swear I had, and I went through all my cotton, because all my cotton is down on this shelf. It is actually in boxes down here. It's down here. It's in boxes. It's all lined up. I can see all of my cotton. I even looked. There's a door cabinet back there. I looked in there. I just was like, I don't really want to go to the Dollar Tree and look for dark green yarn. I don't want to go to Michael's. I don't want to go to Hobby Lobby. I don't want to go to Joann. I don't want to order more yarn. God help me, I don't need more yarn. Why do I not have Kelly Green? So then I opened this cabinet right here. Guess what was in there? Guess what was in there? Not only is it a tangled mess. Hang on. Hang on. I was working these two together. That's what we're having a problem. This was the Just Cotton I got for Valentine's Day. So, and that is the color Christmas Green Marl, but Christmas Schmishmas. That is St. Patrick's Day green. Okay, so I remember I was talking when I was cleaning out the closet. I was talking about these big giant yarns. I got these 3 for $5. 3 of these for $5 at either the Premier Warehouse sale or on Premier Warehouse's website, because they discontinued the glittery one. So this is Big Cotton Glitz. By the way, you can find this in limited colors at Tuesday Morning and sometimes the Dollar Tree. One of my subscribers that is a member of the Facebook group found this at the Dollar Tree. Not this color, but they do have this in certain colors at some Dollar Trees. No promises. My Dollar Tree doesn't have this. I wish. So this is perfect. Perfect for St. Patrick's Day, because you got the beautiful Kelly Green. And this colorway is actually green gold. It's a little bit darker than what's showing up because the light is right there, which is cool. I know I'm having a good day today, guys. So it has all this gold sparkle through it. And you can see this was a fresh skein, and I used quite a bit of it because I made some more shamrocks. I love these. So stinking cute. So stinking cute. This pattern is so much fun, and it's pretty easy to do. So I made this one, which is just like those ones. It's just a single, and then I made 2, and I sewed them together front to back. And the pattern, because the pattern is supposed to be a pot holder, this is that ain't it. This is the actual way it's supposed to be made. You make it, and it tells you how to reverse the stem. So you make 2 of them, and then you reverse the stem. It says right there how to do the back and how to assemble it, which is not rocket science. It's super easy. So now I have a double thick pot holder or little trivet for the kitchen table, because I told you guys about my heat marks. And it is in that beautiful Kelly Green gold. So cute. And then I wanted a bigger one. So I held the marled with the Kelly Green sparkle together, and I used a bigger hook, and I just followed the same pattern. So if you want a bigger shamrock, just hold 2 yarns together or use a bulky weight yarn and use a bigger hook. And this is what it turns out like. This pattern is really easy, and it was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed that. So in between making the shamrocks, I would take a break and I would make a heart. Because the hearts make me happy too. I don't know why. I'm having so much fun with these little patterns. This is like so not me. I do not make things over and over again. I just don't. I make it and I get bored and I move on to the next thing. I don't even make my own patterns more than once, except unless I'm writing the pattern. So yeah, the hearts make me happy. So I made purple. I wanted purple. I just knew in my heart I needed to have a purple heart. So I did purple. This, see the difference. This one I just did the border with the same yarn because I was almost out at that point. And then this one I did the purple with a darker purple. Same thing here. This one I did the pattern in half double crochets instead of single crochets. So that's what happens when you make it. All I did was change it to half doubles, from single to half double. And the shape of the heart actually changes so that it's wider. Isn't that cool? So now you know there's another alteration to this pattern. You can double thick this one too and hold 2 yarns together in a bigger hook, and the same thing will happen as with the Shamrock, because I have made some of those, but they're over there. So I did some more hearts, and then I had purple left over. So last night, now I have been really, really, really sick for the past couple of days, like super sick, almost to the point of sick where I needed to go to the hospital. I screwed up and ate a little bit of gluten thinking I'll be fine. It's just 1 slice of pizza. It took me down for 3 days. 3 days. I was so sick. Well, we're not talking about that. I feel better now. I detoxed my body. I completely detoxed my body. I feel so much better today. And now I know. Pizza's the devil. Gluten is the devil. All that. So anyway, I was in bed last night. And I pulled out some scraps. And I decided to make a double thick pot holder. Now this is the kind where you just crochet in a row and then you crochet around and around and around, not increasing. You increase the second row, but not past that. And it makes like a tube. And if you take the tube and you fold it flat like this, so take the tube and fold it, that's what you get. And then you sew it up here. So I got a little fancy with it. I put some star stitches in there. This is with scrap balls that were in my bedroom. Because yes, I have a scrap ball basket in my bedroom next to my bed. So in case I need to crochet or knit while I'm there, all my supplies are next to my bed. So we got a weird little point here. I don't know what happened. I think it was when I was sewing it up. But I like it. I really like the star stitch in there. So then I had some more leftover stitch. Yeah, I had stitch. I had some leftover purple. And then I had the red and white marled of the Just Cotton that was left over from some of the hearts I was making upstairs. And so I just held those two together and I made a double thick. I thought this was going to be a washcloth, but I really don't think it is. I think it's too thick. So I was thinking this is going to probably go in the kitchen. I also noticed what these are really good for in the kitchen. And I know that you can make them form for you can make them like bowl shaped. These, you don't need to make them bowl shaped. If you don't want to make them bowl shaped, you can just make them square. Put it underneath your bowl or plate in the microwave and then just grab it like this and pull it out of the microwave if your dishes get too hot. So I think that is what this is going to be used for. That is what I have been working on. That's what I've been making. I've been a busy, busy girl. So I made the purple poncho. I made a ton of this kind of stuff. All this stuff that makes me so happy. So happy. Kitchen stuff, bathroom stuff, decorations. I don't know what I'm doing with all of these yet. But I also think I'm going to give some of these to my baby sister because I think she would like them. Although I sent her the patterns for these, so she can technically make her own. And I know she's got cotton because she, like I told you guys before, she slings my hairnet pattern at work. And she also slings ear savers at work. And because everybody at her work uses those products every day. And so she makes them and sells them. And she, makes a little bit of side cash, a little side hustle. I got no shame in her, Gabe. Get it, girl. So anyway, oh, that is what's going on today. Stay tuned this week. This week is going to be fantastic, guys. It is going to be so full of yarn porn, I can't even tell you, because I got issues, okay? I got issues. I made a couple of purchases at a couple of different stores, and I'm going to break them up into a couple different videos. And I was able to score a mystery box from Kramer Yarns. It came yesterday, and I was like, I need to open this on camera. So I had to sit it in here, and it's been killing me because I wanted to open it immediately because I'm so excited about getting Kramer Yarns. Kramer Yarns is a yarn spinner that is here in the United States. They are out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania. So they are an American company. The yarn is American yarn, and I just really like that. Now, we all know I love Turkish yarn. Turkey yarn is like my favorite. It's the best yarn. But I'm excited to actually have my hands on this box and to see what's in there and to play with it and just experience new yarn, because the only Kramer yarn that I have was gifted to me, and I think it is on that shelf. It is this beautiful blue, heaven yarn. And so I haven't worked with it because, you know, it's one of those ones that was sent to me, and it's so special that it has to be the absolute perfect project, and I want to knit with it, not crochet with it. And I want to knit a lacy shawl or something with it. And I have to find the right pattern that I know that I can do that won't involve me having to take back any of the stitches, because with knitting that's hard to do, and, you know, it's a whole thing. So I'm waiting till the perfect project, or until I am more experienced with knitting to be able to do better patterns, because right now I'm still like hats, cowls, very easy projects. I started a blanket and I got scared and I put it away because it was a lot of work. And so, yeah, you know. Anyway, all right, guys. I also have a story to tell with one of my yarn purchases, because I'm super excited. I had a really fun day with Mr. Cinnamon. I'm gonna tell you guys about that this week. And I bought some eyeballs. So we'll talk about that too. Oh, I forgot to show you. Don't sign off the video. I'll be right back. I knew I made something else this week. I knew I did. Okay, so, so excited. Now my daughter is obsessed with these things called squishmallows. She calls them squishamallows, which drives me crazy because they're squishmallows. They are like these plush faced toys that are really, really squishy with like some sort of weird memory foam type stuff in it, so they feel like marshmallows inside. She's obsessed with them. The internet of teenagers are obsessed with squishamallows. See, now I just said it like she said it. Squishmallows. And she was looking through the catalog online. She can't find them anywhere because teenagers are obsessing. These are like the new Beanie Babies. Like, squishmallows are like all the rage. Everybody wants them. All the TikTokers are having them. I don't know. She loves them because they're cute and they're squishy, and she still wants to be a little girl deep inside, even though she thinks she's an adult, you know? So, and she's redoing her room. She is on the look for like some sort of squishmallow for her bed. And she was looking through the catalog of squishmallows, and they had this cherry set, and it was a male and a female cherry side by side. And they were so cute. They were so cute. But they are one of those things that you just can't find. They're like a rare one, or I don't know. So I was like, I have some bulky red yarn. I think that would work up into a fast cherry. And if I screw up, I don't care about the yarn enough. It was the red Titan yarn from Mary Maxim. So it was the Mary Maxim, I think, December kit where we got the slippers with the red and the browns. Well, I put the brown in a mystery box. So the brown is gone, but I kept the one skein of red because I love red. And like, I could always make a hat out of one skein of bulky red. So I didn't make a hat. You guys may have seen these on my Instagram. I know this video is going to be way longer. I did not plan this. I probably should have made this a separate video, but this is my makes video, and we got stuff to show the rest of the week. So, you know, we'll put this in. And this is, you know, I made this. I totally made up the pattern. Totally, like, made this up. This is the boy, and that's the girl. I gave her some eyelashes. It's totally blown out. because this is a little darker red than what you're seeing, but because of the light and whatever. So I just made up this pattern in my head based off of the picture. I love the way this little cherry couple turned out. It's so cute. She wants it, but I don't think I'm going to give it to her. I just don't think I will, because she's not real responsible with stuff. And when I've made her and Lucas stuff in the past, it ends up on the floor covered in dog hair, and that irritates me. So this is going to stay on my shelf. But I love these so much. I love them so much. So I was thinking, well, that was a quick little project. That only took me maybe an hour while I was sitting at the kitchen table. We had just finished dinner, and we always, every single night, have dinner as a family at the kitchen table. Well, one of my nieces was here. She's the one that's getting ready to graduate high school. We were sitting around the table after dinner talking, and they were talking about stuff that did not interest me, but I was still sitting there. They were talking about stuff that just, Mr. Cinnamon likes to talk about certain stuff, and I just was not interested. So I went and grabbed some yarn, and I started on the cherries. So I sat for about an hour while they chatted at the kitchen table, and I made myself some cherries. Well, the next day, I needed, because watermelon is my favorite fruit in the entire world. Well, watermelon and blueberries. Yeah, that's my favorite. And I like them together in a bowl. I do. I like watermelon with sugar. I like watermelon with salt. I like watermelon by itself. I prefer seeded watermelon. Don't like the seedless. It does not have any flavor. I have attempted to grow watermelon in my backyard. It did not turn out very well. Watermelon is a finicky thing. So if you ever see a watermelon man on the side of the road and he has these big, beautiful, delicious, sweet, juicy watermelons, don't take that man for granted. You stop and you give him a $10 bill and you get his watermelons. Because I'm telling you, or 15 or 20, depending on the size of the watermelon. But is this not cute? And this is another thing. I made this pattern up in my head. And before anyone asks, because they have, I will not be writing the pattern or doing tutorials for these because I am not an amigurumi specialist. This is not my expertise. This is me playing. There are major errors in the way I figured this out. But I love it, and this is just for me. Now, if you want to figure out how to do the watermelon, that is a circle. And I folded it in half. And I fudged the rind. So, I think she's cute. Now, I messed up a little bit on the mouth because these were seeds and then I put the mouth in the wrong spot. But I don't care because she's got that silly little grin on her face and she's happy. She's got a seed-eating grin. So that's my little watermelon. I had an uncle growing up. He was at our house every single day. My grandfather and some of my uncles lived down the street. This uncle in particular, I called him Uncle Peaches because I couldn't say PJ when I was little. And he I don't want to say with special needs because he was not at all. He had a learning disability, as my mother would say. He couldn't read, and he mispronounced most of the English language. He was a very unique. He loved horror movies, scary movies. He had a heart of gold. He was very introverted, shy, but he was my Uncle Peaches. He pronounced it watermelon. And he loved pink flamingos and watermelons. And yeah, there's a lot of words he said wrong, but you know, that makes me happy. And then I moved on to this cute little strawberry. Now this will probably represent Mr. Cinnamon because Mr. Cinnamon is from a city called Oxnard. And Oxnard is in California, and Oxnard is known for its strawberries. And we'll say this is a typical Oxnard-sized strawberry. Even though I will say this, Mr. Cinnamon loves his California strawberries. They don't have as much flavor. They don't. They're big, they're juicy, but they're not sweet. You want a sweet strawberry? Go to Michigan. Or Virginia. Virginia's got really sweet strawberries. So isn't she the cutest? So the more I worked on these, and again, this is just a pattern I made up in my head. I guess I know how to shape stuff, but I don't I can't go past that. I can't write the pattern. I can fudge it and play with it and shape it, but to get that onto paper or in a tutorial, because I'm making it up as I go along, it is impossible. So these are just something that I made, probably will never make again, and you will never see the pattern or the tutorial. But there's lots of stuff like this online. Don't be afraid to go to Pinterest and look up, or get a book for amigurumi, you know, because I'm not at all an expert. Okay, so that is it for today. I'm finally going to be quiet. I'm sorry this was such a long video, but, you know, it is what it is. I've been working my butt off on stuff, which is crazy because all last week, while you guys were watching the In the Closet series, I was making all of this wonderful stuff and keeping my butt busy. And when you don't feel good and you're like, you have a lot of extra downtime, there was a point where all 3 kids were here. So I had my 2 and my niece, and they were all schooling here at the house. So the 2 olders, 15 and 17, were taking care of the little man while they were doing their schoolwork. It was an absolute godsend because I was not. I was upstairs. I was in my room. I was not feeling good. So I was so happy that she was here and that the girls helped me out. But I always can rely on my 3 girls, my 2 nieces and my daughter. I can always rely on them. I raised them to always help. I raised them to help without being asked. I raised them that we all work together to keep this household running properly. And that is the one thing I'm proudest of in my life, is that I instilled that in those 3 girls. Little man's a different story. He's still a work in progress, but I do have hope for him. But he is very much a little boy, and he's not interested in doing a whole lot. However, he has started this video game. It's called Yoshi's Creative World or something like that. And in a lot of these video games, Yoshi from like the old Mario, the little dinosaur guy, is an amigurumi. And these games are so cute. Like, the entire video game is like yarn balls, and everything's made out of amigurumi, either knit or crocheted. Like, both is featured in the video game, and the games are so cute. He wants me to make him a Yoshi amigurumi. That is a little bit beyond what I like to do, or I'm sure that I could do it, but it would not be something I would enjoy. I don't like that kind of detailed amigurumi. So he found one at Target that he really wants, and he gets $5 allowance every 2 weeks for taking the garbage out every day and taking the garbage to the curb on garbage day. And so he asked me very sweetly if he could take his Tooth Fairy money and combine it with his allowance and go buy himself a Yoshi. So today is his payday. And so I'm actually filming this on Friday, but you won't see this till Monday. So he asked if he could go and get his Yoshi today. And I told him, as long as you're good at school, when you come home and when Daddy comes home and all that stuff, I will take him to Target and he can buy himself his little Yoshi toy. So, and then I don't have to crochet one. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow with lots of yarn to show you. I don't know what order these videos are in. I think we're going to save oh, what is the name of that company? The Kramer yarn unboxing until Friday's yarn porn video, but there's going to be yarn porn all week. So just be prepared for that. I have a lot to show you, including a new yarn from Premier. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.